Menu narration.
Many different options.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings. Yeah.
Starts off with the ball carry here on game control. Let's see.
Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out
Passing.
chilling. Was the good guy till they
So
made
we're
me
scrolling
the
a lot of
villain.
tabs at the
Was
top.
gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up, two up, two up, two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state of God is the reason. plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving.
There we go.
They
Gang
say
control.
seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that.
That's
Need
factors,
someone to
real
hype
quick.
me up. Hype me
See who
up.
has
Need
what.
someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I got
Unstoppable force.
20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up? I got game sports center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up?
San Fran was the list. Ankle breaker. There's Smart Chase. Double me.
Yeah. First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful. Grew up wearing platinum FUBU on the Southwest eating fufu. And the hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped at all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way up. Long ways from the days I evade valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership of drip, you can see me leaking. Be quiet, a real speaking. Voice of God, every word I jot. Feel the spirit breathing. Best new artist, but the way I cook, very seasoned. Everything around me moving, like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my katas. Now I got them raving how I'm big on lines. Hello, Denata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar, dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversely, I affect the demon with this God flow. Then put out my queen and yell out bravo. Yeah, we on baby number quattro. Yeah, my whole crib look like a art show. Yeah, pockets on avocado. I'm like a bird. Let me fly away, Nelly Furtado. Bye. the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move it scary. Last time I shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime. We don't switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my wrist
Looks like
side.
that's
I got it for less.
cool little deal. Face of the franchise.
Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got
Beyond the scope of this video.
cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak. No one wrong way. Richer than me. This ain't up for debate. You gotta love.
Just running through the
Maybach, layback, matte black.
possibilities. Give everybody a chance to see if they need to.
How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life as a 20.
Franchises yet.
100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me?
On this end, second stream. You get down to some football in a minute.
I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play and then it is time. Better believe we gon' get up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and
So we
put
got the
it.
chalkboard going on.
Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it that you do? Hey, if it's up like that, it's up like that. If it's up like that, it's up like that.
We're gonna a little bit beyond the scope of this video on that too.
Stand up. Bit of he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. Hey, I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone's
Well, let's dive in. So I don't see it. Good news.
I'm making key plays when I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on.
Oh, that's sweet.
Zoe Camp, it's half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cut that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me at the teller, it's not that. Bit of he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. I'm a number one like you say. Used to kick ball on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching. Drips in the denim, that's
Let's have fun.
beats get
Trap
wrapped like
bubble.
Futamaki, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Gotta act your stat, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both.
We'll just go with the
Getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like
default.
in my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate.
Good
We
here.
gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays when I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate.
today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the NFC versus Patrick Mahomes and the AFC.
Let's
EA
go,
Sports
Pat.
coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar. AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
So out comes the NFC for their opening drive.
Jalen.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts throwing right away. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On first down, Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Derwin James with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. Then you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Accept that.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
Now, how about that play right there? Party, remember I told you about the home run hitter theory that someone told me years ago?
What's that?
Meaning a guy who hits home runs in the major leagues, go back and trace what he did all the way growing up, probably hit home runs at every level. That's just who he is. Well, this guy sacked people all during the regular season. Why wouldn't he do the same thing here at the Pro Bowl?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. To try again after the sack. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Go, Patty.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Might as well.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Didn't get it, huh? Shot.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the draw, it's Pollard, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Barkley will score. It's an NFC touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The AFC about ready to take over on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And Chubb will try the middle here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. That one's on Quentin Nelson, the All-Pro guard.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jacobs going to try the middle.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the 1st as he's dropped at the 46.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguess themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The AFC punt team out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Complete. Pollard. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here comes 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Take
so,
that.
Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory.
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Look at Mahomes. 33.3%. Ooh. Not a good one, but that was a fun game. Looking for that pick six.
The Oakley way.
Hey,
C5.
can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep. And I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss. Remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. But don't get it twisted, still clocking big digits. On Rodeo, big spending. All the cribs luxury. I can't recall the last time I did dishes, big business. All my deals 6 figures and up. When you get it out the mud, it hit different. Used to sell when the cops came, we hit fences. Now I'm blowing smoke out the country with 2 thick. I'ma take them both back to the penthouse and get. That's how it's supposed to be. Life is beautiful, I'm doing won't believe. Flew out to Colombia and brought me home some. Used to be the underdog, now they book me overseas. And I don't wanna be nobody else, nigga. Do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me. I am God and God is me. Dream so big might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money. I used to want to be like Wayne. I used to want to be like Nip with the Cuban link chain. I used to rap like Jay, trying to make me a name. Now all I do is C5, and I'ma stay in my lane. I could do anything I put my mind to, that's fact. I want to be a so I start. I like, so I went on and start flipping packs. I heard the drought 3 and said, dog, I'm a rap. I did that, superseded expectation. I refuse to settle for anything less than greatness. I'm the hottest rapper on the West, let's just face it. So put that pride to the side, let's get paper. Can't nobody do me like I do me. And I don't care to be nobody else, cause I'm unique. I'm fine with me, I am God and God is me. Dream so big, might die in my sleep, but I ain't running from it. It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget. Now I pay the staff off and fly them to another country. It's for the love of the game, never for the love of money.
Bars, C5, just incredible. Hunger flow too. It's easy. Incredible.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still broad day, live that way, drill that way, came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that way, 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 still that way. Eastside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real John got it. Grinding from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. Whip big body, block, get a bill, real big problem. Whole lot of prize, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way. Way to broad day, really short fuse. Had a long day, body like wow, like. Wait. You know I'm an Eastside, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, big, put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rep, bet, that. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way, been a long way, real long way, and it's still that
All right.
way, still that way, still that way.
We got the little fella here ready for a battle.
Still that way, still that way. Woo, woo, woo. This not a drill, bucket of ice.
All right, yeah, let's do the randoms. 3 of them.
Know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in
One.
the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake, but she popping for real. Still that way. Run up and feel that way.
The Pats.
Get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't sell
Or the
that way.
Bengals. I guess I'll take the Bengals.
Get like ice. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Talk to me nice. You know I'm an
Do it.
big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, fat. Big.
Start.
Put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rep, bet, that. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way.
You ready for a whooping?
Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way.
Whooping's coming your way.
Live that way, drill that way. Came a long way.
Our stream the other day ended in two games apiece with victories, so that's right. This one's the tiebreaker.
Today, from Hard Rock.
Let's do it.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Out of bounds.
Throwing to start here is Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On play action, here's Tua out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Good to see Tua back out
in the
there.
game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
Is it worth to get?
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Yeah, it's been a pretty cool game. Been having fun with it. Appreciate you checking in, DJ Unknown. Shout out. Thanks for checking.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Low look the same as 2-3.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
A little bit older, DJ Unknown. And
now
I don't think this game's changed much.
Well, that's Smith, a nice catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Other than graphics,
it's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Still, they do a pretty good job, in my opinion.
Mixon with a first down carry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
That was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Did I get a penalty or something?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this one
incomplete. Hot potato going on
there. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt.
Oh.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Nice.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Dance.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now.
That was unbelievable.
Put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That one complete to Hill. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Mostert. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And that is caught.
Yeah,
touchdown Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line.
He never fell down. He just went down to his knee. That was funny.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Bradley Chubb coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Big swing by the Dolphins in 2022, acquiring Chubb from Denver in midseason. Only 2.5 sacks in 8 games with his new team, trying to get more consistency at the 2-time Pro Bowler in 2023.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
There he goes, right side. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
He dove in. That was awesome.
Joe Mixon, 58 yards. And the Bengals
breaking
have
ankles all the way in.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Fire.
McPherson now for the PAT.
I know, right? Dang it.
And he missed it. No good.
Shucks.
This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one.
Well, the kicking's not very fun. Yesterday, what was that on that other stream we did? He missed every
now he's
field
back
goal.
out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the
Then
PAT
lost by
miss.
PAT.
And here comes a return from a few
well,
steps.
Yeah, waited a
in the
little
end zone.
while to run that
and the
off.
decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
You were seeing if he wanted to go or what?
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, your former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying,
I know, hopefully he doesn't
what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown!
Unbelievable.
Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Leapfrog celebration.
The touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
He'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals getting set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over there. A swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And that's caught inside the 30. Jamar Chase, and they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Roughing the passer. See that?
Accept it. No,
Decline touchdown.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits
take them out
the way
with injury today.
And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
Injury timeout.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 3.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun, buying time to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Two and now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The throw over the middle taken in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Open man is chosen. He's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
Wow.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a mine.
Oh, I can't challenge. We're in 2 minutes.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Wow.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Try that again there. Let's try again.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Got a yard on that one, huh?
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. He's into space past the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
That would have been good to have another timeout going in there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
No.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Unreal. I thought he had it for long enough to score a touchdown.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Saying who dat.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be
Incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. That's into the hands of Chosen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he gets the steam going.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
For the field goal?
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Yeah.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Going up top. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando to check. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
Hopefully I didn't get a safety
now
or
with a
something.
football first here to begin quarter number 3.
What the heck was that?
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't give points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
No way.
By Javon Holland.
Oh, man. That stinks.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was.
Well, from deep in the end zone. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And it's out of bounds here.
Oh,
so
my
2
Lord.
points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they forced him out of bounds.
He just wondered how he's going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go.
That was
out
fun.
the side of the end zone.
Now I get the ball
Everything
back.
here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Shucks.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football.
He did come
That's
out.
not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Can I just, like, onside pull it?
No.
After the
Kinda like
safety,
the
remember,
penalty
they also
for
need to give up the football, and here's the
making
free
a
kick.
bad choice.
Pulled in at the 24.
That should be fair. You know what I'm saying? That's not even fair.
Yeah, I know.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And
now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Yeah,
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa on the move to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that was prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Tua now on first down. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2. Tua sets up to pass it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here?
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So the challenge there not successfully, and now they'll be left with only one timeout. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this one to Boyd. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught by Waddle. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. From the gun, it's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is caught. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game.
Pass interference on the defense. You're going down, sir. Yeah, this game is about finished.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
Jeez.
3rd and final timeout, so as they
take them down right now, yeah.
We'll step aside.
Don't give them a chance now.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And the defense loses him. It's complete. He's on his way. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 77 yards. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
What are you looking at?
You can understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead.
Again, yeah, pick 2 it. Yeah, that's a funny one.
But they did.
Oh, it was a good game.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully.
I mean, this isn't going to make a difference, but
with it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more
might as well have
attempts
fun
at
with
running.
it, you know?
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it.
Fumble.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the
much more than a miracle.
On that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
I made it. Get off there.
And
nice kick, dude. That was awesome.
That had lots of
58 yards. Unbelievable kick. Very good. Put a hole through the net. You see that? That's what it looks like.
And after the field goal, they want it right back. They try the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag.
There's a flag. Legal touching.
Accept it and just try to kick the field goal. Accept, or else it's my ball.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing it perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's to the 15. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's in the
consolation prize.
Won't win him the game, but
See?
they do get the score.
Still was close.
Showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time.
We did?
Then later on we
yeah,
find
we
out
did,
maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Over 100.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Oh. Oh, my God.
Deep zone. How do I make it like way out, way far out? Goal line. 60.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome. And this one's over. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost. But
all right, wouldn't have mattered. Great game, though. That was unbelievable.
2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a two-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
today. From GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, he won't be the man if he gets a penalty, or an injury, I mean. Gonna take out ankles today. Let's go Aaron Rodgers. What you got there, old man?
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Put Rodgers to work. There he is.
Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the four-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets.
Four-time MVP.
We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement.
He's a Hall of Fame lock. Did you know that? Let's go, Rodgers, my guy.
And he's upended
What
after
a
a gain
ball.
of 2 out to the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and
Animal.
cover your back out of the
That guy's
backfield,
tough.
out in some open space. The linebackers
Why
nowadays,
negative?
they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver.
Rodgers throwing some dimes
on the corner route all the way.
for an
Nice
old-timer.
connection there.
Good job,
Really
buddy.
nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Ooh.
17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
No button bashing on that.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence building.
That guy's
Love the
animal.
execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
He got a head right to the neck. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Here's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Rodgers.
38 yards.
My guy.
And the Jets are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Aaron
Now
Rodgers.
Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it.
Roughing
and
the
Jets
kicker.
lead 7-0.
Heat roughing them.
So that drive, 4 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Nice work, Rodgers.
That was pretty bad.
That fella.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line.
I need one of those fumbles like you got last game.
He opted for the touchback.
Kickoff. Makes me worried about returning it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Completely wrong.
Dump off here complete. So give him 5 yards to pitch and catch. And it'll
be like 21
down.
zip.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have
Rodgers,
offensively
my
after
guy.
giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game,
let's go, Aaron.
I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Let's go defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And again, it's Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
There's a nice play by Hall, who was hitting his stride and more and looking like a franchise back when a torn ACL ended his rookie year at 7 games. We all saw the electricity. We felt it before he went down, though. The expectations very high for the future star here in year 2.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He dumps this one off here to Hall. So no gain on the play, and it brings out 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Way to go.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
What you got, buddy?
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective.
Break those ankles.
Can you challenge that for me?
No, I'm good. I'll let you do that on your own.
Can you challenge that?
Thanks, so. Thanks for asking.
Real quick. challenge
A
that.
good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Interception.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You better punt, or you're going to get screwed.
You absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's
he missed it. Oh, it didn't matter because I got the ball anyway.
So
I wish you would have caught it, though.
Call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here?
You don't like the punter. That's mean.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Straight ahead is Hall.
He missed the hole.
He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd.
Get away from me.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Rodgers now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Darn it.
Okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure
poopy.
the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. This is caught.
No,
Touchdown,
that's
Jets.
out of bounds.
Garrett Wilson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores.
He missed that?
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
He dropped that. Are you kidding me?
Third. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. But once again,
that literally bounced off your head.
Here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met it. Team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. Now that'll be tapped.
Oh, no way.
And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Shucks.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Mahomes. And
that dude's dropped 2 picks now.
Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
2 that he dropped.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Mahomes firing complete.
Take out his knees.
Get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down.
That was intercepted.
Zone, but could not hang on.
My guys are bad at catching the ball on defense.
Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's James.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So defensively, just got the hand up too high, and that adds even more yardage to what was already an impressive run.
And as a defender, you're doing what you normally do on any play, just grabbing at anything, trying to get him down. But when you're downfield, you're a little more exposed. They'll get you every time when they see it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Luckily, it's
Certainly
incomplete.
A play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On the draw, it's Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Shoot.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Rodgers.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes dancing to his left. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
Hopefully it's holding.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in.
Oh, no way.
A real letdown defensively.
That's crazy.
That was in a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Nice catch.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only one timeout. On 1st down, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his
artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. This throw incomplete.
Star power to catch
and
it.
With his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there. We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And 3rd and 8 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. To throw, it's Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with the field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not.
Dang it.
It's no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, he's down.
On that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Broken wrist. He's out.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's
What
the
the
field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 16-point deficit. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
That was a good shot.
Long shot.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Pectoral strain. You gonna keep him?
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. A handoff for Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll go again with Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Rodgers. It's my guy.
A give to Hall running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him
Lost a couple on that one. Good.
That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll try again now on 2nd and goal, this time from a bit closer. Here's a give to Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
They'll freak you out.
They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Zonovan Knight punching it in from the yard away. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT.
The Jets. Imagine that. Aaron Rodgers showing Mahomes how to play football.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And I think I gave you the ball back once, didn't I?
Touchdown to kick.
Somehow that kickoff after the safety was really weird.
And oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse. It's a safety that does him in here. And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from their own shadow right now.
Doesn't Patrick have to go back out? What's he doing coming out on the field?
Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. New York set to take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Now Hall. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Here's Hall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done.
Wow, that was quite the move for Rodgers to make.
And then executed it. That's a big-time win to take
Way
down
to go,
the
moving to the
defending
Jets.
Super Bowl
Look at
champs.
that. Showing Mahomes how it's done by the veteran. Appreciate everybody taking their time here at Typical Golf Game channel. Appreciate everybody checking out Madden with us. Let us know if we got any questions, and we'll try to get back to you with the answers in the comments. And enjoy Madden. Looks like another great edition of the game, and
for Charles Davis and all
be able to have a lot of fun for a long time with this
You've
game.
been watching the NFL on EA
Peace out.
Sports.
See you next time.
Find us on Twitter @EA Madden.